I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't know where he's at.
Oh, okay.
He's usually not over here. He's usually in a meeting somewhere.
Oh, okay.
You know, he's kind of very voices, so you can usually hear him pretty good. And I haven't heard him in a couple hours.
Oh, okay.
Morning, Mr. William.
Morning, Robert. How are you?
Oh, good. Who is this? Oh, William. Mr.
Yeah.
Cora, City of Tampa.
William.
A long time.
Well, I want to try to get back into attending meetings. Unfortunately, today we're opening our cycle track, our first quick build project across Castite. So I got to walk to the event from here in the next 30 minutes. So I just wanted to pop on to say hi and that I'll be coming a bit more.
Okay. Well, again, in case what we'll do is give deference to you, you can go first and tell us all the good things the City of Tampa is doing, including this new cycle track. How's that?
Okay, sure.
We accommodate you. Also, you might want to mention the Beta Bay thing since you're putting the speed tables in. It's under construction. You aware of that?
I was peripherally aware
Okay.
over in the area of Lois.
Yeah, we don't have to really mention today. You don't want to. So. Doing a road diet as well on Beta Bay. So
Nice.
Anyway, that's up to you.
William, this is Mike. Can you send me pictures of that cycle track later on today?
I can. We have aerial videos and all kinds of stuff. It's not complete, but I spent the last 2 weeks on the project, physically laying it out and drilling holes, but I'll go back over that for the team.
All right,
my new role has changed here a little bit. I'm not really on the safety side of the house anymore. I'm going to be more of a Vision Zero project implementer, coordinator, whatever we want to call it.
Sounds great.
Hey, y'all, it's Jim Reiser, TPD. Good morning, everybody. Let you know we're here.
Good morning. Hey, Jim.
William, what time is the opening of that facility this morning?
The mayor's cutting the ribbon at 10:30, and I'm gonna walk over around 10. I saw you ride by the other week. You should have come over and said hi.
I didn't see you. Yeah, I was checking it out. So it's exciting. Maybe I can make it over there.
Oh, you can walk over there at 10:30 is what you plan on doing? Or no?
Me, I'm going to walk over at 10.
Okay.
Abigail, you could ride your bike, can't you? Are you downtown?
I could, or scooter, or jog, or row, or swim. There's lots of ways to get over there.
Okay, overachiever. It won't be long in the future before we can all buy octocopters and get in it and fly through the aerial space. That's right around the corner.
That's what I'm waiting on. My own copter.
Okay.
I just don't know what happens to the traffic jam.
Okay. It's now 10:31. Let's go ahead and get started. If we could call the meeting to order. And Melissa, we want to go through who's in attendance for the official record. And we'll approve the minutes. And then the first thing I'd like to do is go ahead and have City of Tampa, Jim and William go ahead and talk about City of Tampa so they can go to this thing at 10:30 with the mayor and stuff. So if we can do that, it'd be great. Okay.
Yep. So hey everybody, I'm Melissa with JMC, and then I'll just go down the list. All right, we'll start with Bob since he's chair.
Hello, it's Bob Campbell. Okay.
All right, awesome. I have, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, Reese App.
Hi, I'm from Tampa General. I work with Don Lewis, so I'm just checking out the meeting today.
All right, awesome. Laurie Ann.
Hi, Laurie Ann Ball. I'm with Traffic Ops.
Thank you. Susan Boda.
Good morning, Susan Boda. I'm with Banish.
Thank you. Dave O'Neill.
Yeah, Dave O'Neill, Wing Safety, MacDill Air Force Base.
Thank you. Emily Hinsdale.
Hi, Emily Hinsdale with Sidewalk Stompers.
All right, Swara.
Hi, I'm Swara Farheen. I'm with Atkins Global, Tampa.
Thank you. Abigail.
Good morning, Abigail Flores, Hillsborough County Safety and Mobility.
Thank you. Jessica.
Hi, this is Jessica with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Grants Research and Development Unit.
Thank you. Julie Bond.
Good morning. This is Julie Bond with the Center for Urban Transportation Research at USF.
Thank you. Karen.
Good morning, Karen Buckenheimer from More Health.
All right, Keith Pippin.
Hi, Keith Pippin from USF PD.
Thank you. Kelly Fearon.
Good morning, Kelly Fearon with the City of Tampa.
Thank you. And Mashi.
Good morning, Mashi Daraste, American Quality Consultants, FDOT Safety Ambassador.
Thank you. Janine.
Good morning, Janine Lawrence with Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Thank you. Don Lewis.
Good morning, Dawn Lewis, Tampa General Hospital Trauma Program.
Thank you. Matthew Belamonte.
Hey, good morning. Matt Belmonte, Sergeant with the Tampa Police DUI Squad.
Thank you. Brian McCarthy.
Hey, Brian McCarthy, City of Temple Terrace, Engineering.
Thank you. Melissa Kinchlow.
I'm Melissa with the Crossing Guard Unit here at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office.
All right, Lori.
Lori Paleo, JMT.
Thank you. Shirley Reddy.
I am Shirley Reddy with Hillsborough County District Schools Traffic Safety Specialist.
Awesome. William Porth.
William Porth with the City of Tampa.
Thank you. Mike Zinn.
Mike Zinn for Department of Transportation, your CTST Program Manager.
Thank you. And then if I did not call your name from the listing, can you please let us know if you're on the call?
Okay, thank you, Melissa. If we could, if everyone's had an opportunity to review the minutes of the last meeting, if there's any corrections. Hearing none, would anybody like to make a motion to approve the minutes, please? If you would.
I move to approve.
Okay, second.
Second.
Okay, we got a, was it Brian? Who was it?
Dave O'Neill, second.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Okay.
And
then, go ahead.
Hey, Bob, just one more thing. Sorry to interrupt you. I just want to let everybody know the meeting is being recorded, and if you are not speaking, please mute your mics. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The minutes are approved. Let's go to the first item on the agenda. And since the City of Tampa has a special function coming up here very shortly, let's go ahead and let them cover all their topics. And would you like to start, please?
Sure. Thank you, Bob. William Porth, Vision Zero Project Coordinator for the City of Tampa. So as Bob mentioned, today is the ribbon cutting for the city's first quick build project. It's a connection along Cass Street that connects the previously built cycle tracks that are separated by concrete separators east of the Post Street Garage over into Ybor City, and then west of Boulevard over into North River Heights. So it was a low-cost project, simple mill and overlay for a portion of it, restriping and moving the through and turn lanes to the north side of the road and maintaining a two-way cycle track on the south side of the road, separated with a recycled rubber product called bike curb and vertical delineators. There's some green pavement markings forthcoming and a few signs that are being changed out, but it's a very exciting time. Did a lot of physical work out there. And moving forward, I'll be probably coordinating between our operations team who did all the work and transportation here to implement these in the field. Our next project coming up in February, I'm not sure about the date, but it'll be ARDC or 14th Street, generally between Columbus and Lake. And then in March, we're going to move over to Main Street in the area between Armenia and MacDill. There'll be more projects coming after that, but we're just getting the program round up, and some other stuff we're working on. We're in the process of receiving some material from FDOT, some dynamic speed feedback signs. We're putting together the layouts and the locations for that. And as Bob had mentioned, we've had some challenges with Beta Bay, county road that bisects the city west of Dale Mabry over towards Manhattan. And we're doing some work with them out there to build some vertical deflection devices on approach to Lois, which years ago was a school crosswalk, and then it was removed and turned into a PED crosswalk. And it's been a challenge for people to move in and out of the intersection without risk of injury. Right off the top there, that's really about the quick go-to on that. The ribbon cutting today, I think, is on the east side of Cass Street Bridge at 10:30 for anybody who wants to attend.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Other than that, I yield.
Okay. Who was, heard some else from the city of Tampa as well, and the safety office, is that right? Who else is in the meeting from city of Tampa?
Hi, Bob. Kelly Fieron is also working with William on these projects. And then I think
Okay.
TPD is also on as well.
Okay. Would you like to go ahead, Kelly, and tell us what you're working on for safety program within the city, if you would, if you'd like?
Sure, I can just add one thing. I think William really covered pretty much everything, but we're also working with Hillsborough County on implementing an all-way stop control on Columbus and 26th based on some recommendations from a previous safety report. So that'll be going in shortly.
And also, aren't you doing a safety study on West Shore as well?
Yeah, picking
From
that
Gan-
off
Yeah, from
from
Gandy up
Gandy to Boy Scout, I believe. I think the whole stretch pretty much. So we're excited to kind of see the recommendations from that.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. And there was Sergeant Reiser on the line as well?
I am. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah, yes, we can.
Okay. Yeah, phone connection here. So Tampa Police Traffic Unit's working on all the grants that we received last year. We're starting to do some work zone enforcement activities, specifically on the interstates that run through Tampa, I-275 and I-4, especially out near the Howard Franklin. There's still some high-speed drivers out there. We're also working on the speed and aggressive driving grant, and we've been working on the pedestrian high visibility enforcement grant. There's going to be a bunch of extra locations coming on February 1st that were authorized by IPTM, the University of North Florida, that authorizes that project. So it's going to expand a little further, and that program ends in mid-May. Also getting ready for Gasparilla, had some input on the road closures. Not much changes over the last few years. The route's the same. The road closures are going into effect Friday night. There'll be full shutdowns along Bayshore Boulevard. Maybe Matt Belmonte can speak more to that. His unit's going to be closing it down. And then we're going to be doing a lot. We've done a lot of outreach and more outreach in the next couple of days, especially as it relates to the Responsibility Matters program, which is geared toward high school and college age. And basically it's to promote safe behavior, including there's a traffic safety component to that, and also an alcohol abuse component to that. So things are going good right now. We have, knock on wood, we have not had any fatality crashes in the city of Tampa so far in January. Positive news from last year was we were down roughly 25% in fatalities across the city. But if you take into account the amount of fatalities we had last year, that we finished with 60 compared to 81 in 2021, that still would have been our highest year if you take out 2021, which just seems like everybody just absolutely had a horrible year that year coming out of the COVID pandemic. That's really all I have for the wrap up. We'll continue with these projects throughout September, so I'll pass them over to Matt. I'm sure he's got some things that he needs to add.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Sergeant Reiser. We are beginning the road closure after 7 p.m. on Friday night, towing all the cars from the thoroughfares that give egress to the fire trucks and ambulances. Are going to try and access the parade route. So that is going to be something the DUI squad is tasked with on Friday night, but we'll still be available to work our usual impaired driving assignments. Saturday, thanks to the DOT enforcement grant, we're going to bring in extra officers to work with us, and we're bringing in both cycles of our DUI squad to supplement numbers. We anticipate, as we do every year, Gasparilla is going to be a big night as far as arrests go. We do have our education grant up and running, so we've been in the high schools leading up to Gasparilla. We're actually doing a presentation to the Academy of the Holy Names on Friday morning. And that's it for the DUI squad.
Thank you very much. Is that everything from Tampa? If so, we'll go back to the regular agenda, and I hope the ribbon cutting goes well for you, Win. Okay. Okay, the first thing on the agenda is pedestrian, bicycle, and motorcycle safety updates. Who would like to start talking about the pedestrian safety updates if we could? Abigail, would you have anything you want to talk about as far as safe routes to school or anything of that nature?
Yes, so for ped and bike programs for safety and mobility, Hillsborough County, we are continuing our great work with the TPO on the bicycle network safety improvements. So we scoped out 4 projects for the bicycle network, and we are doing project development for those. We're also taking our PED network, and we are going to develop a new methodology to rank all of our Hillsborough County roadways for PEDs, for PED access, PED safety, network quality. So we're kicking that off this year, which would be great. We're continuing our project development for 5 locations for our PED corridor safety program, including Destin Drive, Riverview, Pine Street, Manhattan, and Van Dyke Road. Then we have so that's for the PED and bicycle program updates for Hillsborough County.
Okay. And would you like to talk about the safe routes to bus stops as part of the pedestrian program as well? Improving transit safety?
Yeah, so we have our transit safety and access program, and we are currently doing project development for 3 locations. So Livingston area, Boyette corridor, and 3rd location to be determined. So what we do is in project development, we identify how are people accessing transit on these main corridors, and then we enhance walking and biking to get to transit. So it's a great program. We're currently, we are doing project development and working to improve access to transit for that.
Okay, thank you, Abigail. Anyone else would like to talk about bike, ped, or motorcycle safety issues this morning? Hearing none, let's go on to education. Julie, you have anything you want to talk about as far as education opportunities?
Sure. We are very busy booking new educational presentations with various groups over the next few months. So that seems to be going well, and people are requesting our safety presentation. One of note in Hillsborough County is we have a big safety event on Thursday, February 16th at Valencia Lakes. And so we're doing presentations with those folks. There's about 1,600 homes there. And so we'll do presentations with them and some other activities. And We also are planning quite a bit of education during March, which is Florida Bike Month again. And so we have a lot of different opportunities going on with that. And just of note, I know Temple Terrace is here, but we have the Bike with the Mayor date planned. FDOT, Cutter, and Temple Terrace are all working together to put on that Bike with the Mayor again, and we'll have quite a bit of education leading up to that. And let's see, that date is, if anyone wants to mark their calendars for March 17th, I hope everyone will join us. It's an annual event. It's really great. And another event you might want to mark your calendar for is the annual, it's in Pinellas County, but you might want to go over and see what they're doing for their Bike Your City, which is on March 10th. And that's with Ford Pinellas, and it will be in Oldsmar. So I always like to offer that to anyone if they want to go over to the other county and see. And we're FDOT and Cutter are partnering with Ford Pinellas on that one also. So those are the two big bike rides. I think Tampa might be planning one, but it's not on the books yet because there's usually a bicycle ride there too, but that one is not on the books yet. So that's all going well, and we're just really booking a lot of great education with different citizen groups. And let's see, we also on Friday had a great event at the University Area CDC with Hillsborough County Sheriff. They were doing a helmet fittings, and then we had with Mike Zinn and FDOT had a table set up, and we talked to a lot of kids and did a lot of great education there on Friday. So that was a lot of fun. There were several tables set up and the community came, and lots of kids and parents, and we provided a lot of great education. And that was last Friday at UACDC off of Fletcher and 22nd. And then our high school program is, really going great. George, has everyone booked, plus he's just getting, different requests. And so that program is really, really going well. So we're excited that we're being able to reach so many different teens through that teen traffic safety ed. Okay. And that's all I have for the education side right now.
Oh, okay. Would MAD or Sidewalk Stoppers or the hospitals have anything that they would like to discuss for education?
Good morning. This is Dawn Lewis from Tampa General. Just two kind of updates. One is through the Battle of the Belts campaign. We partnered again with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office this year for the annual seatbelt campaign with the help of Corporal Wayne Phillips. So just the overall feedback for that was the best overall seatbelt campaign went to Newsom High School. Number 2 was Bloomingdale High School, and number 3 was Steinbrenner High School. And as always, there is different other areas categories for seatbelt compliance and awards and so forth. So I can send you the full complement of the schools that won after the meeting. The award ceremony will be held at Newsom High School on Friday morning at 10:30. So I plan on attending that as well. And then the other one is with our Stop the Bleed training. So as you guys know, we do the public classes that are free in the community. And so I have all the dates ready for 2023. They will be a monthly class, free, open to the public, with rotating locations each month between the Brandon Healthplex and the Tampa General Community Health Center that's located in South Tampa. With our first class actually is tonight at the Brandon Healthplex at 5:30. So I am waiting. I'm hoping to get it this week for the official flyer from our marketing department. And once I have that, I'll send that your guys' way too, so you can post that on the website. Thank you.
Terrific. Okay. How about Sidewalk Stompers or MAD? Do y'all have anything under this topic?
Yeah, I do at MAD. Good morning again, everyone. We are continuing to be in the schools and do our Power of Youth programming. So just like Julie was saying, we have lots of people reaching out to us to do presentations, so I'm staying busy with that. I've been lucky to have a retired Tampa police officer come and speak with me sometimes too when we can schedule that. So not just in Tampa where he's been before, but in other counties as well, all of Hillsborough, and he's coming to Pasco with me too, which is nice. So we're getting more messaging out that way. And working with other groups as well to do just general, we call it a MAD 101, which is just impaired driving prevention, not just with youth. Also, we have 2 awareness campaigns coming up, one in March, which is our annual walk that's at USF. That's March 31st. I know many people on here do partner with us for that. I will put the information on the chat for anyone who's interested who isn't already signed up to partner with us for that. We'd love to see you there to bring more awareness to the community about impaired driving prevention. And then we have another campaign coming up in May. This is a month-long awareness campaign that's a bicycle campaign to remind people about all vulnerable road users and how impaired driving can impact them as well. So I'll put both of those things in the chat for anyone who's interested in partnering with us for those campaigns. So, and as always, reach out to me, as people do, if you want any presentations or education. I spend so much of my time, Julie's probably the same way, and same with Georgia. We're constantly scheduling things. I spend a lot of time scheduling. So I hope to see you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Sidewalk Stompers, anything you would like to present, say?
Yes, hi. In partnership with Hillsborough County Council, PTA, we've gotten a AAA grant to bring sidewalk stompers to 5 elementary schools in the county. Those would have to be schools with active PTAs, although we're happy to help you get up to compliance on that. So please contact me if you know of a school that might be interested in bringing a walk to school program and advocacy work to their school. We did our first bicycle helmet fitting event at our partner school, Pride Elementary, with Suncoast Safe Kids, and gave away and fitted almost 200 bicycle helmets, which was fun and exhausting. And we would love to do it at more schools. So please let me know if you'd like to see that come to your school. It's a really fun way to get helmets on kids.
Thank you, Em. Anyone else like to talk about their education activities right now?
Good morning, Bob. This is Karen. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, Karen.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Karen Buckenheimer from More Health, and I just wanted to let everybody know that we also continue our programs in the schools. We have 2 lessons on bike and ped safety that we teach in the elementary schools throughout Hillsborough and Pinellas counties, and we also teach in the driver ed classes our trauma program that focuses all on, cars and pedestrian and speeding and etc. So, yep, we're in the schools. If you all have any suggestions or you need us to partner with you, we're always open to do that. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Karen. Appreciate it. Anyone else?
Bob, just so you know, there's a question, at least there's a hand raised.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeannie?
I think the hand raised was Janine, but she just put the hand down.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay.
I didn't know
Mike,
if you could see those.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, Mike, would you like to go over the latest statistics, if you would, on crashes, deaths, and
I've got Lori on there handling that.
Lori?
I've asked actually Janice Martinez, and I don't see her online today. So, Lori, can you go over that for us?
Sure. You have the January one, Melissa?
Yes, the one I'm showing right here is the entire year from 2000 or January 1st, 2022 to the end of December. And then this is January.
Yeah, so in January there were 4 fatal crashes. From January 1st to, can you scroll down, Melissa? January, forget what date, January 9th. There were 2 pedestrian crashes, 1 head-on and 1 other. The pedestrian crash was on 19th Avenue Northwest and Sandy Daisy Place. And the other pedestrian crash was on East Sly Avenue and River Trace Road. The head-on crash, the head-on fatality was at Gun Highway and Dale Mabry South Gun Ramp. And then the other crash was I-4 and US 27. So that is the information I gathered for that.
Okay. Is this, okay, Mike, you want to go over the year 2000 stats or review those?
Oh, Jimmy, joking here. Yeah, Lori, again, can you, since you helped me put all this together, you want to go over all that?
Sure. So there was 214 fatal crashes in the year of 2022. We had a really high percentage of pedestrian crashes at 30%. Those. You could kind of see that they're all over the county. I don't think there's any like clear hotspots. I don't know if there's anything else anybody else wants to add to this.
I'm just, is this total number down from the previous year, 214? It looks like there's a significant drop from the prior year.
This is all of 2022. All the
Yeah,
fatal crashes in 2022.
it looks like it's a drop from 2021 though, from previous years. Also, it stood out to me was, in addition to run off the road crashes and left turns, surprised by the number of rear end fatalities. That's that number was kind of surprising to do that.
Yeah, yeah, Bob, your total for 2021 was 272.
So we dropped almost 60 deaths last year.
Yeah, we dropped down. There's actually two that just got added since this list, so you're up to 216 because they got to understand 21 and 22 are still unconfirmed. So
Right.
numbers do fluctuate a little bit. So but 2022, when I just now pulled it up, it's up to 216 now instead of 214. But in 2021, it was a flat 272, and during 2020, total fatalities was 213. So 21 wasn't a good year at all.
So this is all positive, not good, but better than it was. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
That's true. Would any of the law enforcement agencies like to comment on the crashes, if you would? Hillsborough County Sheriff or
I know Tampa had, we were down in all the categories I track, except for we were up in bicyclists by about 50%. I think we went, but it's a fairly low number of crashes. I think we had a total of 6 in 2022 within the city. And then we were up in motorcycle crashes, and the common thread to that is they're all over the speed limit and they're riding beyond their abilities. We're trying to address that through the SMART program, motorcycle education, trying to reach out to more of the sport bike riders and get them involved. Kind of a lukewarm response by them because a lot of the sport bike riders that are going to violate the speed limit statutes and reckless driving, they're kind of anti-police in a way. So we're trying to build a bridge with them, but it's difficult. But the common thread with the motorcycle crashes was a high speed was usually involved on behalf of the motorcycle.
Can I ask, were most of those crashes on high speed roads, state roads, or interstate, or all over the place?
State roads primarily. I can think of one particular, Del Mabry Highway. I believe we had one at Hillsborough Avenue. And then, the area Memorial I-275, that split down there on the west side of the city tends to be a favored hotspot of for motorcycle activity, especially in the evening. And they just can't negotiate the curves out there. We've been working with FDOT, specifically Sergeant Belmonte identified a problem out there at one of the approaches going toward the airport. where it splits off to go to the airport and then go to the Courtney Campbell Causeway, and tried to address that issue. And it's made a difference, but sometimes they're just riding beyond their ability. It's way too fast. And once they get into a certain type of condition on the road, it's just not recoverable for them. So.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. But you said bicycles crashes had doubled?
Not well. We're up. I believe, I don't have that stat right in front of me, but I think we were up 50% over 2021. But the numbers were fairly low. I think we had a total of 6 bicycle crashes. I believe 2 of those, the driver of the car was found at fault. They were both violations when the bicyclist was permitted to use the crosswalk and the vehicle just didn't see him. Nothing criminal on behalf of those drivers that was chargeable. They weren't DUI or reckless driving or anything like that. It was just basically a failure to yield situation, but unfortunately resulted in the death of the bicyclist.
Well, thank you very much. Anyone else like to comment on the statistics? Yes, who's this?
Peter, this is Melissa. Peter put a chart in the chat, a nice chart.
Can you show it if you would?
I don't know if I can share, but it's in the chat. People can look at it.
Is Peter online?
Yes.
Peter?
Yes, that's
Would you like to
Peter.
explain?
I'm going to
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Peter.
Just want to share with everyone. Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, sir.
I show the Hillsborough County. This is a good job done by really, this is a lot of partner. I'm really impressed relate to the drunk and drug, severe and fatal crashes. I did mention in the chat box, this is not the official one because 2022 data depends on the agency. Some of the agency will delay filing. So this is a 10-day old 2022 data, the comparison. But but the number increase is not really that much. I just want to say impaired driving and later the aging driver and seatbelt usage. And really, we did a lot of good things. But later, we did have challenge related to motorcycle safety. We did have a big challenge on walk zone safety. And that's something for both the last 2 items from DOT side, we are planning for the action, big action to really address what can we do from DOT side. The truck side, the commercial vehicle is I'm counting on my counterpart in District 1 to help me out because my counterpart is a freight expert. I'm not a freight expert, but I did see the trend already based on the daily news released from Highway Patrol or Sheriff Office or Police Department. Something is going on related to this truck driver.
How about the motorcycle issue? It seems to be an issue as well. Motorcycles and scooters. Peter?
Yeah, the motorcycle, if you have chance, Bob, you saw a lot of report. Also, we have a lot of enforcement expert here. A lot of motorcycle related crashes, severe fatal relate to the motorcycle making a left turn or car making a left turn. For whatever reason, cannot pay attention to each other. But I'm happy, really Tallahassee recognized this issue and they give a big grant to both TPD and Sheriff Office relate to motorcycles safety, education, enforcement. I think both agencies totally added up probably a little bit more than $400,000. That program they are working on all the way to September this year, the next 8 months. But from this motorcycle is a really behavior issue. I try to use education, engineering, so I'm developing the action right now. We'll let the team know what can we do.
Okay.
Well, one thing, this is Jim Reiser, Camp Police Department. One thing that my traffic homicide detectives notice is that a lot of times in these fatal motorcycle crashes, you have a rider who is unlicensed. And shouldn't be operating a motorcycle on the roadway in the first place. So even sometimes if the vehicle driver, let's say a vehicle turns left in front of the motorcycle and results in a fatal crash, and the motorcycle rider does not have an endorsement and the speed is high on the motorcycle, which oftentimes it is, sometimes greatly over the speed limit. You know, the vehicle driver's in all reality not going to be charged with that crash. You have sight lines. We have to take into consideration sight lines. What's the reaction distance for this vehicle driver if that motorcycle is going 40 miles an hour over the limit, especially on a city street? And with all the other visual, I guess, activity that goes around that the driver has to take in, we have to be real careful when we charge vehicle drivers in those cases. Because if there's circumstances that were contributed by the motorcycle rider, we'll lose the case in court. As far as the civil actions for the families or estates to go after, you know, any type of compensation, we really don't get involved in that. But as far as charging these drivers, we have to be careful and look at all the considerations. And like I said, a lot of the motorcycle crashes, there's excessive speed and they're not licensed. The other common is, like Peter said, turning left in front of approaching traffic, two vehicles at an intersection. That's the common violation in the city of Tampa for a vehicle versus motorcycle crash. So we're working on that problem. I think it's been a little bit more prevalent. Maybe people are going to motorcycles because gas prices were high for a while. But there's a licensing problem in the state of Florida. People seem to think they can ride without a license. So we're working on that and trying to make some progress on that this year.
Thank you very
Sergeant,
much.
thank you. Wow, really, we have a lot of great idea. So we're going to work with all this, our law enforcement expert. Thank you. So,
Yes,
Bob, I just want to use this chance. I don't know which slide you can see. Can you see the latest slide about state and local road?
Yes.
Crash distribution. I just want to say, used to be the traffic fatality on local road and the state highway used to be like a 60-40. Last year local road jumped to 48%. I know most of the issues not City of Tampa, no way. And later, Hillsborough County have a little bit, a lot of issues really Northern Street County, but I'm going to use this chance to let those people like Bob, whoever people from City of Tampa say, hey, we need to spend a little bit more time on local road safety. And later, I am working a dream to really step up the local road safety too this year. So I just want to share with everyone.
Thank you, Peter. We welcome your participation and helping and finance some of these improvements we have on the books we're working towards. So we look forward to working with you to address that. Okay. Anyone else on that particular topic? If not, we'll go to engineering. Is there any engineering reports from Temple Terrace? Hillsborough County? Abigail?
Yeah, so engineering updates here. We have several programs in Hillsborough County, and one of them is the speed management speed zoning program, where we want to address speeds, right? It's one of the components of the safe systems approach is safe speeds. So we have this program to identify safe speeds on our roadways. The way we're going to do that is we have, as I shared in the past, the tool for identifying target speeds, so the speed that a road should be designed for. And we're completing the tool for the target speed right now. So that is connected to land use. So the target speed is connected to land use, and it's our target for the speed we want as soon as possible. So we do projects to try to achieve that target speed. It might take more than one project to design a roadway that achieves the target speed of drivers on the roadway. And once we have the two tools completed for selecting speed, we're going to go into, yes, that's right, project development, because we need to get some projects to decrease speeds on our roadways. We just saw Peter shared how now the local roads have bigger safety issues for fatal and severes. So we got a lot of work to do as the team. Next, we have our lane departure program, which is addressing crashes, lane departure crashes. So we are doing a systemic, proactive approach for lane departure and our intersections in Hillsborough County. So stay tuned for more on that, but just know that we are developing what we're calling typical applications for these locations. So for locations of lane departures and our intersections, we want to deploy systemic applications for proactive safety. Okay. And then we have, we're working on our safety and mobility annual report. So I believe Anna shared a presentation on that during the last meeting. So we're working on the annual report based on fiscal year 22 numbers, and want to dig into the numbers and see where are our problem areas. We also want to develop a dashboard at Hillsborough County. So I know FDOT has a dashboard, and we want to get our dashboard so we can monitor trends and be very proactive and out in front of road safety for all roadway users. Thanks.
Okay. And just to comment that in our annual budget, our FY23 budget, we have targeted safety and a number of work categories, including our routine resurfacing and lowering speed limits, as well as our capital widening projects, intersection projects. So in concert with what Peter's saying, we're addressing the safety issue on county roads through our budgeting process and our low-cost safety improvements to do that. With that, we'll turn over to the schools. And Shirley Reddy, are you anything you would like to discuss today on behalf of the Hillsborough County Public Schools?
I don't have anything today, Bob. I'm sorry.
Pardon me?
I don't have anything today.
You don't have anything? Okay. Would anyone like to discuss the highway safety grant updates?
Good morning. This is Mahshid. We are working on material requests, bill rehaul with local agencies, and we have actually been working on Safe Stride to Zero intersections. That first report is complete. We work with local agencies to promote LPIs on local roads. Past the LPIs, we're working on state roads. And if there are any requests for HSIP applications, if you can send it in an email format to us, because the portal is being worked on, send it to me and Bill Reha both. If there's anything I can do, please reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to help.
Okay, thank you, Rashid. Vision Zero, anyone, City of Tampa briefly discussed that where they're here. Anyone else like to discuss Vision Zero? Okay. At the last meeting in January in person, there was a discussion concerning, I think, seat belts and other requirements for safety of golf carts. And we recommended putting this on this agenda and hearing from law enforcement about the safety requirements for operating a golf cart. Is anyone from law enforcement like to comment on the requirements for children or others for using golf carts?
Hey, this is Matt Belmonte from TPD. Let's
Yes,
table
sir.
that for next meeting and I'll get with our legal advisor.
Okay, great. Appreciate it very much. Melissa, could you put that on the next agenda? And will you be the presenter at the next meeting?
Yes, I'll go ahead and take care of that.
Okay, won't you put him on the agenda? Okay, good. Okay, appreciate it. Any us go into that calendar updates and upcoming activities? Who would like to provide us? I know Julia went through her calendar pretty detailed. Others did too. Was there any other updates people would like to let us know about? Mike Zen, you have anything? Is Michael here?
Yeah, I started talking. I forget every once in a while to push that unmute button. The activities for the rest of this month, let's see, today's about over with. We have the kickoff for the event, like Julie probably mentioned, the Mayor's Fitness Challenge. February, the whole month of February is Hit and Run Awareness Month, Stay at the Scene campaign. It's also Walking Safety Education for Safe Mobility for Life. That's your seniors for the whole month. We have the Safe System at the Space Coast. That's nothing for you guys. Florida School Crossing Guard Appreciation Day is February the 5th. And a big campaign for Super Bowl impaired driving campaign will be on the 12th of February. And that's pretty much what we've got.
And I asked you on the Hit and Run campaign, what's the outreach for that campaign this month?
Pretty much it's a NHTSA funded program. They supply media for us to post on social on our social accounts and stuff like that. So if you'd like, I can try to get some of that information and forward it over to you.
Yes, if you would, Mike, I'd appreciate it.
Yep.
No
problem.
I also like to know about the Crossing Guard Appreciation event.
Melissa's online from Crossing Guards. Melissa, you want to go ahead with that?
We should be receiving the governor's proclamation for Crossing Guard Appreciation Day. It's the first Friday in February, which makes it Friday, February 3rd. And I was out this morning, we're going to release a film highlighting crossing guards and the importance of them it'll be released on Friday, February 3rd.
I'd just like to make a comment. We go watch them, and that's a tough job, certain locations, and they're well appreciated by the parents, and we as the county also appreciate all the work to do. Is that open to the public, that event, or is that how's that going to work?
It is. A lot of the schools, we're very fortunate. A lot of our guards have been at the schools. We have some guards that's been working here 20 years. And the schools recognize them. They know when Crossing Guard Appreciation Day is. And they'll make them signs, and the children will give them cards and notes. And, and any time if you're out passing by any crossing guard, just if you roll down your window and just say thank you, it's always appreciated. They're out there when it's 100 degrees and it's pouring down rain. So any acknowledgement they receive is very much appreciated.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Any other announcements or discussions? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn until the next month, if you would, for someone.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, any second on that?
Second.
Okay, hearing that, thank you all for attending today. Very enlightening. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next month. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.